Hey guys, so we're back. I wanted to do a quick announcement and I've got a lot of things to discuss, so I'm going to try to make it quick. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I've got a list of everything I just wanted to express and give out to you guys, and it's a lot of new information and a lot of new things that I want to do with the channel. So first things first, I want to start splitting the funny content with the serious content. I want to keep them in two different types of videos. So in some videos I'll have my serious, direct stuff that I will give you out, informational stuff and whatnot. And then other videos I'll be humorous and jokey and funny, because I feel like when I mix the two it can be a little bit confusing, but I think a lot of people don't understand that sometimes it's just a joke. And so I want to do those kinds of things. So if you've seen some of my arena videos, they're more, funny, just kind of joking around with some stuff in Summoner's War, like different jokes in Summoner's War and whatnot. And whereas if you watch some of my TOA guides, it's more serious, there's not so many jokes, and yeah. I also want to do two new series, and they're both completely different, but I think they're going to be really cool. It's going to be somewhat like Farmer Phil, but it's not going to be new count, none of that stuff. So I've seen a lot of people asking to do monster spotlights, and I did that when I first started out my channel. I think I did it for like 4 different monsters, but I want to expand it, and I've noticed that I think 1 or 2 other people recording on YouTube actually do spotlights. I think one of them does it consistently. And on top of that, I think it's good to get opinions from all angles and whatnot. So I want to start back up the monster spotlights. I want to do all kinds of monsters. So the types of monsters that would really hit it off would be like natural 4 stars that people are curious about. I'm going to save the farmable natural 3 stars for review for Farmer Phil, because that's kind of a little bit makes more sense. So if you want me to do a monster spotlight for you, you're going to need to send me an email so I can add you, and then I can use your rep monster and then show off the skills. And then on top of that, I'm going to take about 6 to 8 minutes to just talk about the skills and where it's good and where it's useful. And then I will give it 3 ratings. I will give it a rating on how good it is in dungeons, a rating on how good it is in Trial of Ascension, and then a rating on how good it is in Arena. Now this is going to be not exclusive to just one type of monster. I'm not going to just do it on Dragon Knights in general or something. I'm going to do it on the specific attribute and that specific attribute's skills, and then we will actually go from there, and then we will discuss all of the different types of uses that each individual one. And I'm not going to make a specific video on just bashing on a monster. I'm going to give every single monster credibility and where they can be useful for, but that doesn't exclude them from actually getting a poor rating. So if they get like a 2 out of 10 rating for Arena, it just means that it's not useful in Arena. But I will give some credibility to different types of monsters. I'm not going to do ratings for 2-star monsters, I don't think. I think those are kind of self-explanatory, especially for monsters like Shannon, and I think it'd be better for me to give those types of reviews for Farmer Phil. The other series I'm going to do is a type of challenge series. So I want to do different challenges, weekly challenges from you guys. You guys give me some sort of challenge, and then I complete it by the next week. And of course, it's not going to be something like insanely crazy, but it's going to be fun stuff like the wasabi stuff, Anything like that would be really fun, and I think doing that every week or every couple weeks would be a lot of fun, and then you guys can get in on it too. So I'm still coming up with the details for that, but I think that would be a lot of fun, and I want to know what you guys think. Would you guys want to do some kind of challenge video type thing with me, where you guys give me a challenge and then I complete it, doing some kind of task, whether it be summons or arena or something? You guys give me a challenge and then I complete it by a certain amount of time frame, and if I can't complete it or something, we do something, or I get punished somehow, like wasabi, or I don't know, anything. But of course, I'm going to have to make sure that these challenges are doable, so I don't have to eat wasabi every single week or something like that. And I want to just kind of go through again one more time Farmer Phil. I think I'm going to take a different direction with I've been using it to just kind of discuss main topics here and there. I think I want it to make it more specific, targeted towards the beginner players. It has been pretty good so far at being targeted for those specific beginners, but I really want to narrow it down to beginner level players, anywhere from like level 1 to level 39, and progress as we go on and discuss very beginner level topics, especially like the one that I just recently discussed about secret dungeons, which I think was pretty fair, to be honest, on my side. I feel like a lot of players need to know that it isn't ever okay to just spam. It's really annoying, and I think I did pretty good job at getting that point across, but I was being a little bit humorous at the same time. But my point is, I really want to take Farmer Phil in more narrow direction, specifically targeted towards beginner level players, and then that way I can dumb it down, all of the different details, make sure that it is easier to understand. So I'm going to try to use easier terminology, because when a player starts out, no one really knows the terminology of Summoner's War, especially because I had a friend recently join and he had no idea what the terminology was. So that being said, Farmer Phil, I'm going to narrow it even more down towards beginner level players, so that way it's sort of kind of like boot camp for the the lower levels, and then they can get the help that they need without having to ask around and everything like that. They can get it specifically from one series and they don't have to jump around. And lastly, streaming. Alright, I recently started streaming. Last week was the very first kickoff stream. We had about 50 people, 50, 60 people, I don't remember, something like that. Well, anyways, it was a lot of fun. I just got the hang of it. I got a lot of the commands working. Shout out to Aspire for helping me with everything and all that stuff. He set up most of the commands, and it is going really well, and you guys should join me Saturday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. global server time. It's going to be a lot of fun, and that'll probably be where I do most of my giveaways too. So I'm not going to be doing an insane amount of giveaways. Obviously, I mean, I'm a college student, broke college student, can't do that kind of thing. But I will do a lot of different little, stuff to have you guys interact with me, and I think that would be a lot of fun, because it's kind of more fun to play the game, especially when you're interacting with, the YouTuber that you're watching and whatnot. If you guys want to interact with me, you don't have to, you don't have to join the streams on Saturday. You really don't, but it'd be a lot of fun. I mean, it's 4 hours. If you want to just stop by for 1 hour, you can do that too. However long you want to stop by for, it's going to be a lot of fun. Don't miss out. There's a lot of stuff we do. Typically, I go through Guardian level arena, like Conqueror 3-ish level arena. We'll do some Guild War battles, do some dungeon talk, higher level dungeon talk like B10 Giants and B10 Dragons. Then we'll go through Farmer Phil and we'll do a lot of that beginner level stuff, and then towards the end of the video we start doing, maybe we'll do some Trial of Ascension towards the middle, and we just kind of break down what we've done so far, and we'll have different topics for each stream, and probably just kind of direct each stream towards a specific thing. So if we do like a Trial of Ascension stream, I'll do Trial of Ascension for higher level players like in the 90s, or the boss stages, or even Trial of Ascension hard. And then we'll use the Farmer Phil series to do the Trial of Ascension for the lower levels, because I'm actually starting to reach in the 30s, maybe even 40s this Trial of Ascension reset. So we'll definitely be able to do that for you guys, and then that way we can reach both spectrums. I haven't really reached that middle player yet, but I'm hoping I can do that really fast with Farmer Phil. So that's basically where I want to take the channel. That's what I'm shooting for. That's what I'm going for. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to drop a like, and if you guys like my videos, feel free to subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and I can't wait to start these 2 new series. I really think these are going to be some great series, especially the monster spotlights. A lot of people want to see the monster spotlights, and I think it's good to get a different view from it, and it's better than just, letting 1 or 2 people do all of the, different reviews, because then it only gives one side of the story, and it doesn't really give it out to everyone, and, different viewpoints and whatnot, because there's some monsters that I feel like are really underrated and get really, really poor reviews, not only just in game, but also in media. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next episode, and as always, stay awesome. Set a preference on his 3rd skill, so whenever it comes up, he will use the skill. Now, of course, there would be exceptions for healers where we want it to be based on their AI. We don't want healers to heal when we have full health. We want them to heal when we're about to die. But for monsters that buff your team, or maybe for nukers that attack on defense break, it would be cool if we could program a kind of preference on the skills they use